our own side here, Yomi Obagunna and Femi Ogunbiyi, Senior Editor, Africa BRIDGEAFRIQUE. May we meet you, please?
Well, my name is MIKEDADA. I'm a marketing and PR consultant, a lawyer, also president of AFRIMA African Music Awards.
Great. Interestingly enough, I know we never knew the legal or the lawyer aspect, but what we strongly believe must have brought you into limelight is the AFRIMA festival. Anywhere you go in Lagos around the season when the event is taking place, everywhere goes agog with lots of street pole advertising, lots of radio, television advertising, and all what have you. What actually inspired you?
Okay, first and foremost, the issue of limelight. For me, what inspired me was not limelight. It was because I'm not moved by applause. And first and foremost, I have my, what they call it, to 5 work. It's marketing, it's advertising, it's PR. What inspired basically was to have a tool to communicate Africa for global competitiveness. What inspired was to have a tool of communication that can bring Africans together and tell our own story.
The journey thus far, what are your challenges?
Well, for every journey there are challenges. So the challenge first and foremost is your finance. How do you fund this humongous project? So finance was the major issue. Sponsors were not forthcoming because they've never seen expensive before and it wasn't a part of their budget.
AFRIMA is already an African adopted project. So, and before you could come that far, I want to believe that you probably must have had maybe your first, second, third year. You must have been challenged in the area of selecting the awardees. How well have you been able to cope with that?
Yeah, I think what our strength basically was the fact that we have experienced people putting this together.
Okay.
For you to be selected to be nominated for the award, you must have submitted your works. Your work must have gone through the jury. So those people will go through all the work submitted. Last year we had 8,625 works.
8,625.
685 works. 85 works submitted, and they have to go through every work. So they spend about 2-3 weeks now. They're working 20 hours a day.
Wow.
So to make sure that they go through everyone and give everybody fair hearing. And at the end of the day, they will come out with nominations and throw the nominations open for the public to vote. Wow. So there was no issue because the model is clear and fair enough, and it's in line with our values. We have a value called FACEIT: fairness, authenticity, creativity, excellence, integrity, and transparency. So we always ensure that we align and adhere to those pillars of our values in all process and stages of our production.
Are there other world-class musical events that you look up to as a benchmark to give a projection of where you intend to be in the nearest future?
Yeah, obviously we're not the first to start.
Yep.
And there are a couple of productions across the world that have started for many years. Many of them are 70 or 80 years, like
the Grammys,
like
the Oscars, yeah.
Even BAFTAs, even Eurovision, many years, and they've done it quite well. For us, we are not adverse to learning.
That's right.
We continue to learn and unlearn. I believe the biggest room on us is room for improvement.
That's right.
So we continue to improve on a yearly basis.
That's right.
So learning from feedbacks from people who have seen it on TV or attended the event, or learning from those who have done or come before us. So this is our strength. So we don't feel we have achieved or reached Dorado in any year. So we learn from major events across the world as well. Many of them invite us for their events, so to come and part of it. Because what has brought us to this level is about collaboration and alliances as well. because no tree can make
a forest.
So we form alliances, collaborations, lean on other people's strengths, because an individual or even a single institution cannot do it all alone. Africa is big,
very big,
and very wide. So we learn just to meet up, so form alliance and collaboration, and we learn from other organizations as well.
And the winner is from DRC. African Giant!
Now, what does it look like peeping into the future for African music?
Yeah, peeping into the future for African music continues to grow. We agree with me that it wasn't, what it said today was not what it was 30 years ago, 20 years ago.
Right.
So it will continue to grow because Africa has what is authentic, very original music. Authentic music, they are very real. And don't forget, music emanates from here, from this Africa, from the continent. So we continue to grow and advance as there's a marriage between technology and music production continue to exist. So Africa continue to grow.
Has there ever been any critical reason why you chose, or that you've chosen that Nigeria would be the host country so far?
No, I mean, no critical reason. That reason is not a decision I can take.
Okay.
It's a decision between the African Union and the International Committee of AFRIMA.
Okay. So what do you have for the future generation that may want to embark on such humongous projects?
Well, the advice I can have for them is that they should not see anything as humongous, first and foremost. They just, if they believe in themselves, they calculate their risk, and they have passion for it. Beyond passion and flair, they have the skill and knowledge for what they want to go into.
On behalf of the BRIDGEAFRIQUE team in Nigeria, BRIDGEAFRIQUE Magazine is an international magazine. We have our headquarters in Shanghai, and we are spreading through the world, around the world. What we stand for is to project Africa to the rest of the world and tell them how attractive it can be to embrace our culture, to embrace, the investment opportunities that we have, and also to look at Africa as the future of the world. So on this note, we look forward to having us invited for the next AFRIMA award. And we strongly believe that through this would establish a perfect relationship, business and also in terms of promoting the African values. So it's nice talking to you. We appreciate you, and we pray we see you anytime soon.
When it comes to promotion,